Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Freeing Friday. What do I mean by Freeing Friday? Well, the weekend has started. You might be just coming home from work, or maybe it's the end of your day, and it's time to just to start feeling free again. We're going to be doing some meditation in just 1 minute. My name is Linda. I'm here to help you live your best life now so that you can love what you do. I'm your back in the groove again coach. And we're going to be doing a meditation today that will be putting our attention on our breath, as well as I'm going to be guiding you through a really quick visualization where I'm going to be inviting you to think of a happy memory. I want us really to take advantage of the time we have right now to simply be. We're not at work. We might be transitioning. Hello, thank you for joining me. We might be finishing our day. We might have had a long day, a long week, and it's time to just settle down and ease back into our regular personal life. I don't know about you, but I'm busy. I work from home all the time, but I'm always busy. I'm sitting in front of my computer every day for sometimes hours at a time. And I just came back from a walk about maybe 10 minutes ago. And now it's time to just quieten down the mind again. So I hope that you're able to join me in this meditation. I invite you to, I should say, to sit yourself comfortably. Be comfortable, sit down in a chair. You can be laying down if you want to as well, as long as you are comfortable. And we're going to start with taking some nice deep breaths and out. Let's take another nice deep breath and out. Now let's put our attention on our breath. For the next few minutes, I'm going to invite you to simply breathe, simply putting your attention on your breath, noticing that you're breathing. You might notice your breath more around the nasal area. Perhaps you're noticing your breath more around the chest area. Just notice that you're breathing. If you have thoughts going in and out, you'll have thoughts. Just acknowledge the thoughts and return back to your point of attention, your breath. I find that doing this type of quietening the mind is really helpful, especially in between clients. I might have a really busy day and I have maybe 15 minutes. I'd like to simply stop and breathe. You might notice that your breath has different rhythm patterns. Sometimes it could be a long breath, and sometimes it's just a short breath, but just notice that. Just pay your attention on your breath. We're going to be doing that in silence now for about a minute. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to put your attention on a memory, a really good memory that you've had. You might be starting to think of the memory now. So allow your mind to go to this memory. And you might remember the day or the month. You might remember the weather. Hmm. You might remember who you were with, what you were doing. So simply be in this memory just for a few moments. Notice who is around you. Notice the sounds that you might be hearing again. Notice these sensations that you might be feeling right now in your body as you remember this great event. And if you'd like, put your hand by your heart and start breathing the love through your heart. Start breathing the memory, the love of this memory through your heart. As you're remembering the people, and the places, and the sounds, the sights, maybe the smells too, as you're remembering that, notice how you're feeling in this very present moment. I know that I'm feeling content. I'm feeling happy. I notice a smile on my face just thinking of this memory. What are you noticing about this moment as you're remembering that wonderful event that occurred? Breathe in the love. Breathe in the love that you remember from that event. You may have been by yourself, and still it was a wonderful, wonderful memory for you. Breathe in that love that you felt at that time. Now, I'd like you to be thinking of a walk that you've recently had by yourself or with somebody. Just remember the walk and the conversation that you've had with your friend or your spouse. Thinking of that moment, what do you remember from that moment? Do you remember where you were walking? What you might have been talking about if you were with a friend? Perhaps it was a sunny day and you remember the sun or the wind on your face. What do you remember from that walk that you've had recently? Perhaps there was laughter. Perhaps there were silent moments. If your hand is still by your heart, it's okay to put it back. on your knees or just on your legs. And in a moment, I will invite you to take another nice deep breath. So let's do that now. Let's take another nice deep breath now and out. And when you're ready, slowly open up your eyes. So we used a couple of techniques during this meditation. We paid our attention, we put our attention on our breath, and we also used a visualization. What I'm hoping that you do when you go and you hang out with friends, or you're walking with friends, or you're in an environment where you're feeling happy, what I'm hoping you can do is really pay attention to what's happening in that moment. For example, I walk with my friend once in a while, and I remember some of the conversations that we have, and I remember laughing with my friend. I do remember laughing with her, and I remember sometimes saying things that are just from the cuff of my head, not really thinking about it, but just being able to feel so free and talk to her about anything I want. And I remember that. I remember those moments. The reason I'm suggesting to really remember those moments, almost like taking snapshots of these really significant moments in our lives, is sometimes when we go through difficult times, like some of you might still be in lockdown. When you go through difficult times, we often think that we're at a place where it's discouraging. But by tapping into those memories, by remembering those walks, or by remembering those great occasions that we've had with friends, it makes us feel good. It makes us feel loved. It makes us feel loving again. It gives us hope. It gives us hope. So remember the next time you are walking with a friend, or you're having maybe a really great moment by yourself, because that's quite possible. Oftentimes, I walk by myself, and I'll go to a great coffee shop by myself, and I'll have my salted caramel coffee, and I'll love it. I'll just love it. And I savor that that taste. And now, when I think back of that moment, I can remember that salted caramel because I really paid attention to that particular moment. So I hope that I can see that somebody's joined me now. Hello. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here and for joining us on Freeing Friday. We just completed a meditation and a short visualization. I hope that you'll have a chance to review it and do it with me. There's nothing like taking time for yourself and practicing meditation, practicing mindfulness meditation. So this is Linda G. Robert. I'm your Back in the Groove Again coach. I'm here to help you live your best life now so that you can love what you do. Let's get you back in the groove. That's what it's all about. Have yourself a great end of Friday and a great weekend. It's the weekend. Bye now. Hello, Abdul.